Okay, we're close. Oh, there we are. Well, right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the lovely WestfordCAT. All right. Cherie, she's out of her, what are you, out of your comfort zone? Well, anybody is sitting next to me. All right, and over here, we have Jay McMahoh. Let's give him a hand, all right. And I loved you on the Carson show, Jay. It was great.
It was great.
It was really great. Went on a long time.
It was a run while it lasted.
Yeah, so what? Huh? Oh, thank you. Over here we have, you're not on, Nikki.
I know.
Nikki's not
I'm
on.
waiting.
Well, hi, Nikki. Give her a hand.
Hi, Ed.
She knows my name. And then we have, what's your name again, Gino?
Okay, you're wasting time. My name is Gino Ferraro.
Hold it. I'd like to announce that we doubled our audience today, 100% increase.
I saw that.
We have, thank you, 2 people today.
Okay.
Cheap seats.
Okay.
All right, let's give that audience a hand.
Okay,
All right.
beautiful.
The other one's drinking. All right.
All right.
All right, Gino.
Okay.
We're going to hold it. You're going to talk about the.
Yes, 1 second. My name is Gino Ferraro, and I came from Rotary in Westford. I have to accelerate my conversation here because my boss gave me trouble. I'm going to tell you what Rotary is all about. Rotary Club members are business and professional leaders who volunteer in their community and promote world understanding and peace. Rotary 31,000 club in more than 165 countries and region encourage high ethical standard and carry out humanitarian projects to address such an issue as poverty, health, hunger, education, and environment. I also came from Rotary from Westford, and we had a very nice time. You have a nice meal with 27 people, and they're just going to a family agenda. So if you like to join Rotary, trying to go, and if they don't know who you are, say, Gino, send me. Everybody knows me in New England. Thank you.
All
God
right,
bless.
Gino, baby. All right. So, Gino, I'm still waiting for the check from the Rotary.
Look at that, 3 minutes.
Well, you got 2 more then.
I got 2 more?
Quiet. Jay is running for. May I? Sorry.
Sure.
Jay is running for Attorney General of Massachusetts, which is not easy because you're Republican.
I know.
You know that.
We knew that.
We got to change it.
We knew
We
it
got to change it.
We knew going in that it would be a tough job.
Well, you didn't have me on your team.
Well, there you
That
go.
would do it. I could blind them with the lights.
I'll bet.
That might make it worse.
Thank you. You don't mind if we do the young lady first, do you?
You go right ahead.
He really want to win. All right, WestfordCAT. Now, Cherie, you do cards. What would you call rubber stamping?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. She's right on top of the situation.
Yes, Ed. And I brought some samples to show you.
Ooh.
I've also made this. This was a regular white bag, if you will, a shopping bag that I changed into this beautiful, lovely card holder.
What?
All by myself.
All by herself. It's a song. Go ahead.
So it's rubber stamping
What is,
And
what, how do you do rubber stamping?
with ink.
Oh,
Guess I
look
just
at
got
that.
slapped.
Look at that.
And I brought some
Look at
samples
this.
to show you.
Can we get a close-up on this or not? Well, that's as close as we're getting. Hold on.
Yeah, so you can pass those down,
Is it?
and you can pretend you like them even if you
They're
don't.
beautiful.
That's okay. Thank you.
Just say
So I've started to create some Mother's Day cards as well.
oh, and these are available where? From you too?
So this is actually pretty new. Since the last time I talked to you, Ed,
Yes.
I have
Very
signed a
nice.
contract with a new store at the Pheasant Lane Mall
Wow.
called-
Give her a hand on that. Hey, you want
To sell them.
Yes.
What's the
It's
name?
called Handmade In by Recycled Creations, and they're going to be at the Sears end under the escalator.
They'll be the only one there because Sears isn't going to
No,
quite make
it
it, I
seems
think.
to me like it's going to be like a Cape Cod crafters kind of style where they have a bunch of other people that do handmade items.
When is this open?
They have been open. They just had their grand opening on Saturday. They had an open house.
Very nice.
I'll pass all of these down. You can look at all of them.
We get them on the screen here?
And because
Head of my head. All right.
I fancy
Who here's a
a
rooster?
particular brand of cards, their images are all copyrighted, so I had to purchase this fun little stamp at the bottom.
What is it?
because it covers me on their angel policy. So I can sell them as long as I have that copyright on
What
the
is it?
back.
What does it say?
It's
Station
Stampin'
UPI?
Up. Stampin' Up.
And
So I
it's
mean, I get
copyrighted. But what is?
I
who's-
get my embellishments, if you will, from like Michael's or AC Moore or Hobby Lobby or anywhere.
You remember the Hobby Lobby?
Amazon.
Maybe you
I do.
should use the Hobby Lobby
They're good people.
I
next
like
time.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby are good people.
But we should use them in your campaign next time.
We could do
The
that.
Hobby Lobby.
Ton of things we can
This kid's
use.
gonna hit me.
They're one of them.
All right.
So I
This
have
is
the
a
angel
rooster.
policy on the back, the copyright rather, for the angel policy under Stampin' Up.
Now these are reasonably priced. Of course, we cannot say the exact price.
No, exactly. They are very reasonable
Hope they're not too reasonable.
because, think about what you would spend on a Hallmark card or any other name card for that matter.
I know where you can go. How about the dollar store?
You can go to the dollar store, but I don't think you'll find my cards
No,
in the
but
dollar
can you
store.
go in there? Would they take yours?
I don't think so. I haven't asked.
Too high class?
I
No, they
Never
sell
thought of
regular
it.
stuff. I think you should
I
be.
never
That's-
thought
I'm
of
the
it.
idea man. You can tell. me.
I can see that.
Not the good idea, but I'm the. Why not?
Well,
The dollar
You have a lot of
store.
ideas.
I'll bet the ideas get better when you get off your meds.
Dum-dum.
Where the hell did you get this guy from? No wonder you lost, you little freak.
Come on, be nice.
Let me draw on your head. All right, these are really nice, and so when they opened already, so
They opened. I have not set up my display yet. I was waiting for.
Well, waiting to be on here.
No. I ordered some clear envelopes to put these in to display
Yeah,
them
they haven't arrived
because
yet?
I didn't want them just out like that to keep them clean
Of
from
course not. People
fingerprints
would-
and,
oh,
and
yeah,
whatever else.
especially the kids
So
would- yeah.
those are in this week, and I hope to have my display set up this weekend.
Give it to them.
Indeed, are you going to have
Thank
a
you,
party
thank
up
you.
there?
Very nice.
No,
When are you doing
No.
it? We could sneak up there and go.
I.
I can stand. These cards are unbelievable.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you? Okay. Well, no. What? So how
Thank
many
you
have
so
you
much.
made?
I have this whole bag filled. You know what? I didn't even count them. I didn't even
Okay.
count
Will you
them.
make a note, counselor?
Yeah. So my mother was actually nice enough. I had given her a bag similar to this for her birthday with
she gave it
cards
back
in
to
it.
you?
She did. She gave it back to me.
This is
So I would have the
unbelievable.
inventory. Isn't that nice of her?
Notice no big word. Inventory, sir.
I did.
I'm a college graduate, so
Where? Where'd you go? Don't look at me like that.
college. Don't put me
No,
on
where
the
did
spot
you
like that.
go?
I don't like it.
Why not? You're on my show. But before we continue, I would like to announce. Stupid of me. We have a new sponsor. Put that down. We have a new sponsor, Quality Green Homes LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, huh?
That's right.
In Westford, Mass. Now, so you people in Honolulu who want to get an apartment, a house here, you got it, baby. Or how about Guam? Can we put somebody from Guam there? Why not, huh? You'll handle the details, right?
Right.
All right. So these are all green, which means doesn't mean you painted green, right? It's environmentally sound.
There you go.
Whatever the hell that means.
Like,
Okay.
like the new Green Deal.
One from New York State. All right. All right. So now, so they're all going to be on sale, right?
Yeah, I intend on
How
putting
often do you make them?
every chance I get. To be honest with you, I have my own little craft room at home.
Your own little craft room?
I do. I have.
Isn't that
it's-
cute, counselor?
Yes.
She has her own little craft room.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's my other happy place, if you will.
Your other happy place?
Yeah.
What's your first happy place?
I like to look
Thank
in my
you.
yard.
Okay. Do your rhododendrons have brown? Do you have rhododendrons?
I don't have that one.
Well, do you see rhododendrons with brown spots now? It's called a fungus. And then they got to be taken off. You drive around, you'll see. You got nothing else. The rhododendrons, there's brown areas, and there's other ones with brown spots. That's a fungus that's picked up.
Uh-oh.
It could kill it.
Well, how do you fix that?
Well, first of all, you could start chopping off the brown spots.
Just the spots? You can fix the
But you can
bush
get rid
by-
of the spot. I don't know. I don't know if that'll stop it. You take all the brown areas in the spot. There's also what a fungicide they call.
Sure.
Yeah. We like drinking fungicides, don't we? I like it on the rocks. How about you? A little
you
hint
go.
of chlorodyne.
Yeah, that and a little bit of, and some gin.
Yeah, a little bourbon too. You know. All right. And you like vino, right?
Right.
That's his middle name, Vino. So that no, seriously.
I like
you
mine
can
with
get-
sugar around the rim.
Thank
There
you.
you go,
Do you have
margarita.
azaleas?
I do have azaleas.
They can get fungus too. It gets in through the bark. Any natural holes.
Oh,
Check them out.
I'm going to
This
now.
is Big E's nursery and planting service right
Yeah.
here. The wholly owned subsidiary of
We'll
me.
invite you again.
Thank
Invite
you.
me again?
Not you,
Oh. No.
young lady.
We'll come back also.
Okay?
You're
You
gonna-
got it. You
Anybody
got it.
want to
I'll
buy?
be here.
Anybody? Open the phone lines. Let's call in. Mary, how many you want? 20,
Next time.
20,000?
Next time.
How much are they?
$4.50.
What?
$4.50.
I'm going back to the dollar store. Oh,
Hey.
sorry. I'm sorry.
We said
sorry.
no. We said
You're going to
no.
hit me.
Okay.
Oh, they're worth it. You can't get that.
Ed will be having too much time.
For what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your foot.
You did,
By the way, you won't be here in 2 weeks.
right?
He's going to be on assignment.
Where's he
Get
going?
the up-
It's
You hear that? They're all upset.
They're upset because I'm being someplace else.
Oh, don't try.
Then you can have the young lady back.
He's with ice.
Oh, I got you. Yep.
All right. So you'll be back on the 30th, right?
Yes, sir. I'll bring you a nice gift. But
What?
first, you got to listen to my friend.
Poison cactus? All right. So let's
you're
go to
lucky.
let's go to Jay McMahon. You did a great job. I'll tell
Thank you,
right
sir.
now. All right, so-
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So Jay, you ran last time, but unfortunately there was a Democrat in the field, right?
Well, I was running against the person who was running for re-election. Maura Healey was still is the Attorney General.
She's not the one who was it. She the weren't there two Healey's? Or is she the same one who was a lieutenant?
No,
she-
no. I know what you're thinking. There was a lieutenant governor who ran for governor against Deval Patrick
Deval.
the
She
first
lost.
time. Right.
She
Yeah,
lost.
she was the lieutenant governor for Mitt Romney when Mitt Romney was governor.
I remember Mitt.
Yep.
Was he on his medication again? I hope so.
I'll tell you what. He's the U.S. senator from Utah right now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, for what it's worth.
So tell us a story.
indeed. Hey,
Yep.
calm down. All right. So let's go through your campaign stance.
Okay. Well, at any rate, I ran against her in November, and I lost. I had 800,000 votes, but it wasn't enough.
How much does she have? Yeah.
She had over 1 million, and so it is what it is. So I realized I
That's
gotta
pretty
work.
close, though, isn't it?
It was, but not close enough. She won, and she won because I believe we didn't get the message out as much as we had to. For instance,
Yes.
the opiate crisis here in Massachusetts. All the 4 years that she's been Attorney General, the opiate crisis has increased. The deaths in the streets have increased. And she's not doing anything
That's
about
not
it.
a good record.
No, it's not. It's a terrible record. No public official should be reelected when they can't do the job that they were elected to do.
I found in this state, if you have a D next to your name, meaning Democrat, folks, you're in. I could put a squirrel up, and on the Democratic ticket, and don't tell them it's a squirrel, and they'd get in.
I've heard that said, and it looks like it could happen that way, it seems.
I have a nice looking squirrel I'm going to put up.
I'll tell you what, messaging is very important. Money to run a campaign is very important. And you just got to let the people know, and it has to be out there to the unenrolled voters. I got every Republican that was in the Commonwealth voted for me, but there just wasn't enough to carry through. The Republicans are outnumbered 2 to 1 by the Democrats, but the real majority of the voters are the unenrolled. And those are the ones that usually don't make a decision till about a week or two before the election.
I made a decision early.
Did you? Good for you.
They
But they
lost.
don't. They don't. They don't. So that's something that we have to do. We gotta stay on message. And the opiate crisis is huge, but there's a whole bunch of other things that people are just not aware of, and it's the erosion of our civil rights by our government officials. When a government official decides that the rights are not good for you because you can't handle them, and starts eroding those civil rights, you have to think, do I want that person in office telling me what to do?
Could you give me an
And that's the
example?
problem. Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example. We have a Second Amendment in the United States. Everybody acknowledges, but in Massachusetts, we have a tendency to infringe on the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But we infringe. Our government officials infringe on that. Now, there's a lot of reasons why they do it. They think because they're going to prevent catastrophic events if they infringe on it on all the legal people. For instance, in Massachusetts, we have 600,000 licensed gun owners. No problems are coming from that community. In the United States, we have over 300 million guns and over 1 trillion rounds of ammunition owned by them. And yet, licensed gun owners do not commit gun crimes.
You see, people, a little.
Evil people commit crimes.
What about the one that just this week in North Carolina?
Absolutely. In North Carolina, and also how about the guy that
San Diego?
And the guy in Poway, they call it Poway in California, that invaded the synagogue. I mean, those people, now they're nutty people. They go off their rock. Now they could do it. Look at Timothy McVeigh. How did he kill so many people? He didn't even use a gun. He used fertilizer. So what are we going to outlaw fertilizer? Some of these crazy people will use, they take box trucks and they run them down a throughway through a city. And if there's some people on the sidewalks having, you know, those outdoor restaurants and everything, so they go and drive into the crowd. They're killing more people than anybody could with a gun. And yet people want to, for whatever reason, want to outlaw guns. My feeling is, I've seen the statistics, and the statistics don't lie. Politicians lie, but the statistics don't. Licensed gun owners in Massachusetts, as well as everywhere in the nation, do not commit gun crimes. It's evil people with a gun, with explosives, with motor vehicles. They're the ones that commit crimes. And so I don't take the approach that we should just, a government official should take away our rights because some evil people do something wrong.
Well said. I like that.
All right, let's. Like if she said yes, you're in.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got a heart for the opiate problems here, the opiate crisis here in Massachusetts. I lost my son to the opiate crisis.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so and he was a war hero. He was a war hero in Iraq. He was one of the first American troops to enter Iraq during the war to take out Saddam Hussein, and but he injured himself. Wasn't under enemy gunfire. It was under gunfire, but it wasn't by enemy gunfire that he got injured. And the military said, you know, we can't take care of this problem, so we're going to have to discharge you. Your back issue is not responding to the treatment. And he says, but we're going to put you in the hands of the VA, and they'll take care of you. So they put him in the, well, you know, it doesn't, the VA, they had problems. Trump came in and cleared up a lot of those problems. But they dismissed him and discharged him to the VA. So the VA looked at him, they looked at all his records, for his medical records and everything. He said, we know how to solve that problem. Here's a 30-day supply of OxyContin. Come back and see us in 30 days. When they realized that they were making tens of thousands of disabled American vets, they were turning them into opiate addicts, they decided, we'll wean these people off it. So what they do is they give you a 20-day supply, and they say, make it last 30 days. So by the 25th day, these guys are into seeing their doctors and said, Doc, you got to give me something. It's not lasting. Now, you got to make it last. Well, it doesn't work that way. You got to put these people through a real bona fide program.
Right.
And everybody in Massachusetts knows that the government rehabilitative programs don't work.
Right.
The private pay programs work. They are 87% effective, private pay programs. But the government programs, for the general population, they got a 99% failure. And that's what I wanted to fix.
Right.
I wanted to become the Attorney General and resolve those problems. Give people back their civil rights and take the opiate addicts and give them back their life. I'm going to tell you something. What I figured out is the math works, but our government officials will not apply it. And it goes like this. One time through a successful opiate rehabilitation program, and we give people their lives back. One time through. But the government programs are a 99% failure. I know people have gone through those programs 30 times, and they still can't shake it. So what it tells me is that we've got to invest one time through on real programs for people, give them their lives back, make them productive citizens, and not these people that keep going through like a revolving door, because we're funding low-level recovery programs that don't work.
That's
So-
if you can even find a spot in them. Because
Right.
there's a lot of them that have no spots. There's people that are on waiting lists.
My plan was for, and I'm still going to bang away at the next 3.5 years, because I'm going to run for that office again, and I'm going to get it out there. Here was my plan. We wanted to do rehabilitation on demand. Now this is what that means. We have a facility where we can take you. Most facilities will not take you if the medical term they use is if the guy's hot. If the patient is hot. In other words, they're high on opiates right now, we're not going to take, because we're not going to put them through the withdrawal. But once they go through there, bring them in.
No more opiates. No
Yeah,
more.
my plan is to bring them in while you have them.
Right.
And so this is what I was going to do. And I announced this plan. It was the Attorney General sets law enforcement policy for the Commonwealth. I was looking for 2 facilities, one in Eastern Massachusetts, one in Western Massachusetts, that can receive people. They can either come in voluntarily, or if they are arrested, say they are arrested and it's a one-car accident or something like that, because you can't compel people
Right.
to go to a rehabilitation.
You take 'em.
But what you can do is make a deal with them. If you go into this program, we will put your prosecution of the case that brought you here in the first place, we'll put it on hold. If you complete the program, we will no-pros, that is, we will end the prosecution.
Give them a break.
And give them their lives back. Nobody's doing that now, but I would have done that. And what I would have had was 2 facilities. Now, does anybody, do you know where they call it the Westwood Lodge?
I know what it is.
Okay, it's a place not too far from, it's about 20 miles from here. It was a secured psychiatric facility that the government closed down. It's vacant. It is available, and it's perfect for this kind of a program. Because you bring people in, it's a secured facility, you can get them through the initial 2-week program, and then you can do outpatient for 6 weeks afterwards. And we can have a successful 8-week program. So that was the program I was trying to push amongst a whole bunch of others, but that one seemed to resonate with a lot of people.
I'm sure it would. I mean, with the climate of, the opioid crisis now, I can't imagine where people would not find that to be something that would be worth investing in.
And I wanted to go after the source. Now, I got to tell you, right now we have a U.S. attorney who's the federal counterpart to a state attorney general. And the person we have now is Andrew Lelling. Andrew Lelling is a great guy, and he's the only one doing any of the work. For instance, we have a sanctuary city in Massachusetts called Lowell and Lawrence.
Yes.
Particularly Lawrence. The feds did a raid in October, and they got enough fentanyl to kill half the people in Massachusetts.
Wow.
It was an all-fed raid because Maura Healey, our state attorney general, is doing nothing about the opiate crisis. Several weeks later, they had another raid in Methuen. They got the rest of the heroin and fentanyl that would have killed the rest of the people in Massachusetts. It was a huge haul. And
Thank God
I don't
for
know
that.
why our attorney general won't tackle these problems. And then you heard about Troopergate.
Yep.
We got troopers that were working the Mass Pike, that were doing so-called double shifts and overtime shifts, and they weren't even showing up for duty.
Yeah.
Maura Healey didn't do anything with that. She stayed away from that. That was,
reprimand them.
and she treated it like it was a third rail.
Yeah.
And so Andrew Lelling again. The feds have to do this. This is Massachusetts. We should be cleaning up our own house. We shouldn't have to have the feds do it.
Right.
But if it weren't for the feds, nothing would have gotten done. So I'm going at it as law and order. I'm going at it as mercy for the opiate addicts because they're trapped in a situation. I'm not looking to prosecute them. I'm looking to give them back their life, make them productive taxpayers.
Right.
That would be so much better than funding them forever.
I think this time the people will understand your intent that is going to help people instead of being prosecuted.
So anyhow, so I lost the election. A couple of weeks ago, I was looking, and Maura Healey, our Attorney General, is in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Now, I don't begrudge anybody a vacation,
Yeah.
but she wasn't on vacation. She was down there. She had stacks of forms, and she was finding illegal aliens in Mexico, and she was signing them up, signing forms so that they could sue the Trump administration.
Unbelievable.
Now, anybody can do that. But when your Attorney General here in Massachusetts
She should do her job.
is leaving her job to go down there as a political activist, you got to ask yourself, who did we just reelect?
Right. Who we pay?
We're paying her, and she's down there. I'd be interested to know who funded the trip down there.
Right.
I tend to think that she's not that naive that she would have the Commonwealth funded.
No, somebody.
But who knows?
Somebody will.
Somebody's funding.
Sponsor.
Somebody's funding that, and she's filling. And how do I know this? Because she put out a video. So there's a video of her saying, "I am here in Tijuana now. I am helping people sue the Trump administration."
How do you like that?
Maybe she was looking for the Tijuana brass.
She could have been, but whatever she was looking for, that is your taxpayer money at work.
Yeah.
No, at waste.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the last thing is, how about the judge in Newton who was
Yeah.
letting
The one who was
The
arrested.
immigrant.
she was indicted along with a court officer
Yeah.
that was helping illegal aliens leave. Now I'm going to tell you something. An ICE detainer is a warrant, and the judge ignored that warrant. She's got to answer to that.
Yeah.
If any of us did it, we would have to answer to it,
Right.
and she has to answer to it.
Yep.
But she got let go.
Well, Maura Healey just came out against Andrew Lelling because he got the indictments. Again, federal indictments because Maura was nowhere to be found. And Maura Healey is now in the press going against Andrew Lelling for doing his job.
Oh my God.
So she's turning it political. Law enforcement, when law enforcement gets turned political, you need to vote those politicians out of
Out.
office.
Correct.
I think
That's a great message.
a lot of
yeah.
people will know what you're
Exercise
saying.
your right.
And they will appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
No
and being
problem,
able-
buddy.
being able
All
to,
right,
uh,
all right.
present this.
The next Attorney General, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. All right. Well, you got a few votes here, buddy. All right, thank you.
I
Now-
live in New Hampshire, I'm sorry.
What?
I live in New Hampshire.
Doesn't matter. Cross the border. We don't care. Little voter fraud never hurt, right? Sorry.
Ask the Democrats about
Sorry. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get back to you now. Can they get a hold of you personally? You can sell it by yourself too.
I have never sold them before, and anybody that I had
Oh, Fast
I
Eddie
had
will take care of
actually
his
given
for
a card to, would look at it and say, "Why aren't you selling these?"
How do they get a hold of you?
They can email me.
Say
wanna
your
put-
email right away before the time is up.
Okay,
we're running
so
out. We
my
got
email
20
address
seconds.
is Cherie, CHERIE.Paquette, PAQUETTE @comcast.net. Send me a note. I'd be happy to, fill out send you anything I could
That's right.
upon request.
Of course. All right. Thank you, Cherie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Give me 5, Jay. All right, Jay. All right.
Bye-bye.
He just hurt my hand. All right. Thank you, Jay. Now watch these credits come up, Jay. I mean, look. Watch these credits.
And Sullivan is dead, but Cohen isn't. And when it comes to whether Cohen's smart, as New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Ed Joe always bets his heart. You'll hear a slick review or two from Nicky. And Candace something Bird will sing some song. There's weather news and chick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad you came.